On one freezing winter night in New York City, a 12-year-old boy sat alone on the sidewalk with nothing but a torn hoodie and an old backpack. His name was Ethan. To the world, he was just another homeless child. Invisible. Forgotten. Broken. But nobody knew that this little boy was secretly the son of a billionaire. Just 1 year earlier, Ethan lived a completely different life. His father, Daniel Carter, owned one of the biggest tech companies in America. Private schools, luxury cars, a giant penthouse overlooking Manhattan. Ethan had everything. But life can change in a single moment. One rainy night, Ethan's parents were driving home from a charity event when a truck lost control on the highway. The crash killed them instantly. The media covered the tragedy for weeks. But something darker happened behind closed doors. Ethan's greedy uncle, Victor, took control of the family fortune. Instead of caring for the boy, he wanted the money. Victor forged legal papers and claimed Ethan was mentally unstable. At only 12 years old, Ethan had nobody to defend him. One night, Victor threw Ethan out of the mansion with only a backpack and $50. "Disappear," he said coldly. "You are nothing now." And just like that, the billionaire's son became homeless. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Ethan learned how to survive on the streets of New York. He slept near subway stations to stay warm. Sometimes he collected cans for money. Sometimes he went hungry for 2 days straight. But despite everything, Ethan never begged. His father once told him, "A strong heart is worth more than money." Those words kept him alive. One snowy evening, Ethan stood outside a small diner staring through the window at people eating hot soup. The smell alone made his stomach ache. Inside the diner worked a middle-aged waitress named Sarah. Unlike everyone else, she noticed him. "You hungry?" Ethan hesitated, then quietly nodded. Sarah gave him food without asking for anything in return. That small act of kindness changed both of their lives forever. Sarah convinced the diner owner to let Ethan sleep in the storage room at night. In return, Ethan cleaned tables and washed dishes. But Sarah noticed something unusual about the boy. Every night after work, Ethan used an old laptop from the diner to write computer code. Complex code, far beyond what a normal child could understand. Sarah asked, "Where did you learn this?" Ethan replied, "My dad taught me." Curious, Sarah searched Ethan's name online. And suddenly, her eyes widened. Old news articles appeared on the screen. Billionaire couple dies in tragic crash. Missing heir Ethan Carter disappears. Sarah realized the homeless boy sleeping in her diner was worth billions. But she said nothing. Because to her, Ethan was not a fortune. He was just a lonely child who needed love. One day, Sarah secretly entered Ethan into a national coding competition. The winner would receive a full scholarship and a meeting with America's top tech investors. At first, Ethan refused. Ethan say, "People like me don't win." Sarah reply, "No, Ethan. People who give up lose. You haven't given up." For the first time in months, Ethan wore clean clothes and stood on a real stage. Rich students laughed at him when they heard he used to live on the streets. But Ethan ignored them. When the competition began, he shocked everyone. Within hours, Ethan created an AI safety program capable of detecting online fraud faster than existing systems. The judges were speechless. One investor stood up immediately. Investor asked, "Who taught this kid?" Ethan replied, "Life did." Ethan's story exploded across America overnight. News channels called him the billionaire homeless boy. Soon, lawyers reopened his parents' case. Victor's forged documents were exposed. Police arrested him for fraud and child abandonment. Everything he stole from Ethan was returned. The mansion, the company shares, the billions. But something surprising happened. Ethan didn't move back into the giant mansion immediately. Instead, he bought Sarah a beautiful house. Sarah cries. Ethan, say, "You saved me when nobody else cared." At only 16 years old, Ethan became one of the youngest tech entrepreneurs in America. But he never forgot the cold nights on the streets. So he used his fortune to build shelters, schools, and food programs for homeless children across the country. Because Ethan understood something many rich people never learn. Money can buy luxury, but kindness can save a life. Never judge someone by where they are today. A broken child may become the person who changes the world tomorrow.